One of the things that I would recommend you do after you watch this feedback video is go into the thread where the collection recall work is done and watch some of the videos that people posted, specifically the one that Leanne posted and the feedback that I had for her, because I felt like a lot of what was happening with her is the same thing we're seeing here. So you're dealing with a young dog. Yes, there's spatial awareness, there's body awareness, and not just a young dog, but you're dealing with a very large dog. One of the things with the 90-degree turn and why you're not seeing some of the butt rotating as nicely as you would want is I don't feel like you're luring as far forward as her body is, right? So let's say nose to butt, we're talking that long, all right? Your hand is here. Now, if we leave those marks and go forward, your hand only came to here. So that distance now shorter than the length of the body. So yes, now she has somewhere to put her front feet, but she didn't really have anywhere to put her rear feet. The other thing that I would recommend is to do some perch work. If you have not already done some perch work, I highly recommend that, both for body awareness, but also that's what made the getting into my side so easy at the end of the recall. So as I turn, all my dogs have a really strong value for staying in at my side, tucking their rear in, and wanting to stay parallel to me, and that's going to help. But the main focus with these recalls on the flat is the weight shift on the rear, and these are all looking really good. You're getting a nice planting of the rear. I mean, that one, for example, really good work as she comes in, plant, plant. It almost appears that in this moment you need to work more on the next step, which is building the speed. Now, I think it's this one right here, yep, where I think there was a new session. The video turned off and started back on. So I think we're in a new session, but we did get more speed and drive and ran into a few more problems where now we're not getting the sticking of the rear, although I think on this one is because she stepped on herself, plant, plant, and then picked up that left rear and kind of slipped sideways. That is really the main goal of these collection recalls, is to eliminate that, what I call that accordion and that sidestepping. You can see there we got another sidestep, and really get that weight shift. And to me, in this moment, it seems to be more kind of lack of coordination. I do like the idea of the bed there to help keep her straight and to keep her from shifting, but you can see even there she's doing it a little bit. So you may have to get even closer over to the bed. The other thing that you can do, and this is why I encourage you to watch Leanne's, is actually go ahead and extend your arm out away from you, slow her down as she recalls, and then lure her in for that last step right at the end. So instead of having your hand right there, go ahead and have it out extended. All right, so your arm would be out here. She would come in, you would slow her down, and then she'd take those final few steps at a slower speed and learn about getting that weight shift. Now that one you can see was an improvement because watch the rear, plant, plant, very nice sticking, and then I know you dropped the treat behind you, but it actually made for a very nice 90-degree turn. So I would say the first half of this video looked perfectly fine to me with the exception of perch work. The second half of the video is where we ran into problems with that increased speed. In addition to the perch work, the other thing that I would be doing is some walking backwards. Make sure that you're doing plenty of walking backwards for some rear end awareness. And if you want to go to the stage where I use the wings to help bring them in close, you can certainly do that. Now know that that is a Band-Aid at this point, so you can use that as a tool to help you and to help her stay straight. But after a little bit more time with that, I would want to see you do it without the jump standards and get a nice straight recall before you would move on to the next step. So good work on this. I'm really glad you were able to send videos in so we can get this issue taken care of right away.